Is our society so obsessed with time, or is it just me? Hello, everybody. My name is Fumi, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the topic of our obsession with time as a society. So, I just want to put a disclaimer out there to say that I understand the practical uses of time and how time can be used to organize our daily lives and our events, our activities, our schedules, but that is not the conversation of this video. What I want to talk about and what I want us to talk about is our obsession with hitting milestones and goals and reaching those goals and milestones within a certain point in our lives because a certain imaginary timeline says we have to reach it at this age. Why are we obsessed with that? Why is it always the case where, oh, someone says that, or asks the question, for example, why aren't you married? You're this age, you're getting older. Where's your boyfriend? Where's your girlfriend? Why haven't you got this job? Why are you not going to study this? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just this control, having this control over people's lives where it's not even your life to control. And I am coming from a place of understanding. I'm not coming from a place of trying to bash anybody. I'm not coming from a place of trying to be inconsiderate of anyone's feelings. But I feel like this is an important conversation for us to have. Why are we, as a society, trying to control people's lives, trying to say, do this by this age? Why, why, why? Maybe it's because of the kind of person that I am and how my mind works. I have always been the kind of person where I knew what I wanted for my life. From a very young age, I have always seen how, like, I've always known what I wanted out of life. I've always known what I wanted my life to look like, what I wanted my life to play out to be, and the kind of person I see myself to develop into and to become. I've always known this. And I found in my life that I'm very different. I am very, very different to a lot of people in my life. I do not think like the average person. I do not speak like the average person. I don't conversate or enjoy conversations that the average person would enjoy. And I don't want to live my life like the average person. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being average. There is nothing wrong. I actually absolutely hate that word, average, but we're just going to use it for the use sake. And I don't want to live my life because, like, because someone else said this is what is acceptable. No, no. And if you can relate with me, let me know in the comments below. And I just feel like if I know what I want in my life and then someone comes over to me and tells me that how I want to live my life, how I want to think, how I want to be is wrong. Like, who are you? First of all, who are you? Who are you? I have not come into your life to tell you how to live your life. Why do you think you can do the same? Why do you think you can do that to me? And it's these, especially if you're a person like me, these this imaginary timeline can cause unnecessary intangible and invisible pressures on you. It can put pressure on you because it says you have to be living your life a certain type of way or else you're not going to be acceptable, and it puts a mental strain on you, especially if you're a person who is sensitive. You're very heart-centered person, and you know what you want out of your life. You know the kind of life you want for yourself, and you've always known it, or you've known it for a majority of your life. I think people need to be more considerate and sincere um with other people and how people choose to live their lives, because that's their life. And granted, we all have some kind of influence or impact in another person's life, whether we know it or not. And most people have to deal with internal conflicts that, whether it came from their childhood or social media or their external, whatever external some circumstances that they're trying to overcome. And, maybe they're trying to accomplish stuff in their life or just trying to achieve something in their life. And these external pressures that come from social media and written rules and other areas of society, they're unnecessary. They are unnecessary. They are unnecessary because I want to believe that a lot of people know what they want out of life, but they're too afraid to say, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to get, and this is what I'm going forward, moving forward. This is what I'm pursuing from my life, and I don't care what anybody else has to say or think. And I think that robs the world a lot of greatness. It robs the world a lot of greatness. And it's unfortunate. I honestly think it's really, really unfortunate, because I think that the world would be a much greater, better, livelier place if it wasn't the case. But it is. And I like to look at things realistically, but also I see things visually in my head and of how things could be. And I know that that is realistic as well, because we can move forward towards that. Not saying my vision is right, but I'm just saying that it's a possibility. And um, yes. So I know all of us deal with this experience of, you know, having these pressures to live our life a certain type of way, especially if you are a younger adult and you're just starting out, trying to figure out your life, trying to see what you want out of life, and people are pushing you towards a certain way, not allowing you the benefit of the doubt to see um, how you could create a life that you want for yourself and do it successfully. Not saying that people who come and push you a certain type of way are doing it out of malice or um, intentional hurting, like trying to intentionally hurt you, but um, this you have to ask yourself also, where does this come from? Why are they trying to push me towards a certain thing? Why? Because if you don't know why are you going towards what they say? Then um, I think it's important that as a society we ask these kind of questions to ourselves. And I am just going to move on to how I think we can move forward, because I feel like this is a conversation that I can have and I can keep going deep and deeper and deeper, because that is how I think. And I think we can move forward and become a better society for everybody. And these are just my suggestions. Take them with a grain of salt, okay? And I just want to add my own to the conversation. And yes. So I think the way we can move forward is very simple, to be honest. Is to be more considerate and conscious about the kind of questions we ask people. And I say this because I feel like a lot of people don't put enough thought into how they ask questions and why they ask the questions they ask. They just splurt out. And that is something that I am working on too, because I'm not saying I'm perfect. That is something that I try and live by. That's kind of how I am as a person. I try to be sincere and conscious of the way I say things. And there are certain things that I stand by and believe in. And it's when I feel like when you believe in things and you stand by things, hopefully you have really thought about why you believe and stand your ground in those things. Um, Most people I know are trying to figure out their lives and what they want out of it. And I do think it is good to ask questions. Don't get me wrong. It is good to ask questions only if, in my opinion, you are genuinely concerned or actually trying to help the person you're asking questions to, because it is absolutely unnecessary to be asking people questions when you're doing it out of trying to, make yourself feel better as an ego booster, or just trying to ask for asking sake, because that's a really pet peeve of mine. I don't know if it's a pet peeve for you. It's when people just ask questions to ask questions. Like, why are you wasting my time? No. You don't have to agree with me, but this is where I stand with this. And in my experience, and as the person I am, I think it is important we ask questions more wisely. And that is just my stance with this conversation. I hope you guys found it helpful, and let me know what you think down below. I'm really interested in what you think. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.